God has protected me so many times. And I was just taking some time to reflect on some of the times that God has protected me. Like the time I spun out in front of a semi and it was like the semi got transported 300 feet back from where it had been, or the time that I was walking on my own across the city of Paris by myself through some pretty rough neighborhoods, and God protected me and connected me after about 2 hours of walking with some police officers who were able to get me back to the hostel I was staying at, or the many times that I have been in situations where there was potential for physical harm. But as I was thinking about all these times that God has protected me, I noticed that there's this tendency in me as I think about God's protection to think about God's protection in physical ways, to think about God's protection from external issues, things outside me that could bring me harm. But the more I think about it, the more amazed I am that God has protected me from myself, that God has empowered me or disempowered me, really, from getting some of the things that I've wanted in my life when I wasn't following Him, when I was just a lust drunk teenage boy. The way that God has protected me time and time again from myself when my desires haven't lined up with His. And so the more that I think about God's protection, the more I'm amazed at how often I have not gotten what I asked Him for. There was an old country song, and I've never been a big fan of country, but it said, "Sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers." And the times that God has protected me from getting what I wanted, or protected me from a blessing that would have been a curse because my character hadn't developed to the place of responsibility for that, or the times when He's protected me from physical danger. But God's protection is so amazing. So as you think about God, you think about His character, remember not just the times where something big and obvious happened